All right, welcome into another unscheduled video for World Series Showdown. We're going to get started right away. You see in the description some of the series we're going to get going on here today. We've done 12 and now our 13th series. This is a matchup. It's called matchup number 16 in our list. And if we go there, you can see what that looks like. It is the 1907 Chicago Cubs and the 1933 New York Giants. So Cubs Giants. And that. Go here so you can see that. Here we go. And Carl Hubble, Mordecai Brown on the mound for each of the respective teams. We simulated. And we have a Cub win in game one. You see 3-2. Has some late inning runs happening there. Mordecai Brown with the win. Carl Hubble with the loss. But a close scoring, low scoring game, 3-2. Scattering 11 hits for the Giants and 8 hits for the Cubs. That's baseball, says Jim Smith, our fictional manager. Unfortunately, we don't have the real manager names in here. Sorry about that, but that's the way it goes when you set it up this way. All right, game two. Let's go to game two. And the Cubs, once again, defeat the Giants, this time 3-1. And Orville Overall is the winner. As the favored Cubs, as you saw there, in the if you noticed, go back there and just show you that. You see there the Cubs, it's right in the middle of your screen. 1907, they're 36th ranked, and so they're the favorite team, and they're up 2-0 on the 33 Giants. Let's go to Travel Day and game three. 1907 Cubs now lead the series 3-0 as they get a 2-1 win. And you had Jack Feister and Roy Parmalee both pitching complete games, as they kind of do back in this era. And the Cubs, one win away from sweeping the 33 Giants. Let's see if they can get it done. They do. 4-2 win. Holy moly, look at that. It wasn't easy. 27 innings, it looks like. Wow. All right, longest game we've had so far. Each team scored in the 17th, so they went 1-1 into the 9th, and let's see how long these pitchers went. All right, 16 innings. 16 innings for Mordecai Brown. 203 pitches. Carl Hubble, 199 pitches. That's awesome. All right, Fitzsimmons goes 7 and gives up the 2 runs. That's funny. That is funny. So 2 runs in the top of the 27th. Wow. And I don't even know. Okay, Fitzsimmons, he's got an 80 stamina. So for that era, pretty good. Carl Hubble, 80 stamina. So everybody's got a lot of stamina. Back in London, both of those have 80 stamina. So yeah, the guy who got the win, Carl Lundgren, went 11 innings and 125 pitches to pick up the win in game 4 of the sweep. That is funny. All right, and I don't often do this. Don't like to slow it down. Let's go to the game log, because really, come on. Let's go to the 17th. What happened in the 17th? You had in the top 15th. All right, top of the 17th. You had a single to Tinker, and then a sac bunt, intentional walk, first and second, and then a single, and Tinker scores. And so they got a run, and then the bottom of the 17th, the Giants hung in there with a walk, sacrifice bunt, a single, so first and third, fly out, so sacrifice fly. But then in the top of the 27th, you had a walk to Sheckard, he steals second, sacrifice bunts him to third, intentional walk, so first and third, one out, sacrifice fly, scores a run, a single, scores a run, and there you go. So 27 innings. Always interesting. All right. So that takes care of that series. You have the let me go back here a minute. I know I'm slowing it down, but let me just I want to see this again, because 27 innings doesn't happen often. 11 at bats, so he goes 1 for 11, 1 for 10, 2 for 10, 2 for 11, 4 for 11, not bad. They scattered 17 hits, scattered 16 hits, so 1 for 10. Not a good day for batting averages, but anyway. All right, so let's go back here, and we'll load our next game. This will be series number 14 in our series, but series number 17, I don't know how to do that. I'm saying series for both, but okay. So matchup number 14, which is series number 17. And if we throw this up here again so you can see it, you can see that's right below the one we just did. So the Dodgers and the Americans. So the Brooklyn Dodgers, 1955, highly favored, and the Boston Americans. This is the remember 118 teams in the tournament, so this is the third worst ranked team, and so they're going up against the Brooklyn Dodgers. And put that off the screen there, and you see the game, see the matchups. So you have a lot of known quantity. Probably don't know too many of the Boston Americans, but there they are. Cy Young is one you know. Heard that name, right? And you see here, Cy Young, 137 at bats, hit 321, and so on base 340, while going 28-9. So not bad. And on the other side, you have Sandy Koufax, Roger Craig, Gil Hodges, Duke Snider, Roy Campanella. Highly favored, as I said, as we start off in Brooklyn. But don't be surprised if there's an upset, because that's the way this game works sometimes. But they defeat them 5-2. And you have Campanella hit 2 home runs. Duke Snider hit a home run. So Campanella with a 2-run homer and a solo home run, while Duke Snider hits the other 2-run homer. And so home runs accounting for all the runs for the Dodgers. Next day. All right. They do it again. 3-2. Don Newcomb with the win, complete game win. 105 pitches, 132 pitches for Bill Dineen. And there you go. Gil Hodges, bases clearing double was the big blow in the first inning. So scored 3 in the first, hung on to win. Let's go to the travel day and game 3. Johnny Padres and Tom Hughes. And the Americans pull one out, not going to be swept. 5-3 was the final score. And actually had some relief pitching in this one. Tom Hughes threw 167 pitches, however. in scattering 5 hits and 6 walks. So some control problems for. Let's look there at Tom Hughes. You can see their control of 50. So, by the way, we're going on an 80 maximum, I think, on the way these ratings show up. But so there you go. All right, let's go to game 4, and the Americans win again. So they're making a series out of it, doing what they have to do at home, and pulling it out. Walk-off 12th inning win for the Americans as Candy LaChance gets the single in the bottom of the 12th after they tied it up in the bottom of the 9th. So 1-1 going to the 9th. The Roger Craig blew the save in the 9th. Had a rain delay, 40 minutes in the 5th inning. And so there you go. So let's go to game 5. Carl Spooner and Bill Dineen. So Spooner, interesting. I wonder what I missed here. Because you would think they would come back with Cy Young. So did he pitch somewhere and I missed it? Oh, he pitched this game right here. All right. So he went 3 to get the win because they went into extra innings. So so he is not available to get the win right there. All right, game 5, and Brooklyn wins. So that's a big one. 3-2 going back to Brooklyn. 2-1 win. Again, Brooklyn gets all the runs in the first on Roy Campanella, 2-run home run against Dineen. And I keep saying Bill. Is it Bill? Yeah, Bill Dineen. And so there we go. Playing at the Huntington Avenue grounds. That's where the 1903 Boston Americans played, at the Hunting Avenue grounds. I don't know if you knew that, but there you go. Travel day as we go back to Brooklyn. And here we go. Cy Young once again available. So for Boston, that's best case scenario for them. But Brooklyn goes ahead and wins. Cy Young gets the loss, and Roger Craig gets the win. Roy Campanella is the series MVP. You see here in the game 6, the Dodgers had a walk-off win. Jackie Robinson with the run-scoring single off of Cy Young, who went all 8 2/3 innings, but picks up the loss as Roger Craig came in and pitched the final 2 innings for the win. And the heavily favored Brooklyn Dodgers will advance now. And if you go back here, you can see that they are advancing against, and they will play the winner of this matchup here, the Cleveland Indians from 48 and the Philadelphia Phillies. Yes, they were the Indians back then, no matter what they're called now. And I know there's rules against that, but historically speaking, they were, at that point, the Indians. Not a political thing. It's just what they were. And so that's them. Let's go to here and here. We'll take that off. And we're going to go play our 3rd series today. And this will be a rematch of sorts. If you look at it, let me pull it up here. This is matchup number 15, and for us it is series number 37 in our list of series as we track it down. So let's see that. Let's go down to 37 so you can see. And remember, we just played the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Boston Americans. So a rematch of sorts, as we have the Los Angeles Dodgers from '88 and the 1912 Boston Red Sox. So the Americans became the Red Sox, the Brooklyn Dodgers became the Los Angeles Dodgers, and here they are meeting again. And of course, a lot of different players. So no one from that earlier matchup is present. And let's see, we'll get rid of this and play with this so you can see where we're going. Oral Hershiser, Joe Wood in today's game 1 in Boston. Boston 1912 is the favored team here. So here we go. And the Dodgers draw first blood, as they say. 5-3, 4 runs in the first, and then kind of hung on from there. Mickey Hatcher, Mike Scioscia, and Dave Anderson coming through with some RBIs there in the first as they scored 4, and then rode the pitching of Oral Hershiser. Went to complete 9 innings. All right, game 2. Raucous Fenway crowd, and so you get 2-0 win as Hugh Bedient. It's too bad his first name doesn't start with an O, right? He would be obedient. Hugh Bedient was the winning pitcher, scattering 7 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts on 95 pitches to overcome Tim Belcher and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And both runs coming in the bottom of the 3rd. That's a great name, Hugh Bedient. Game 3, after a travel day. And here we go. And 1912 Red Sox regain the advantage, beating the '88 Dodgers. You have in 14 innings. All right. So 14 innings. They went to, so they scored 1 in the top of the 9th to send it to extras, and then they each scored a run in the 10th, and then they scored 4 in the 14th. So let's see. Oh, and if you just saw that, Ray Collins, all 14 innings, 166 pitches. I wonder if he's tired. Stamina of 80, movement of 80, control of 70. Not much stuff, but hey, didn't need much stuff. Tim Larry goes 11, 150 pitches. Okay. John Tudor comes on to shut it down, but Jay Howell had already given up runs there. Okay. What else is notable here? You have home runs from Tris Speaker and Steve Sachs in the 10th. Okay, that was clutch for them because that tied it up in the 10th. But then Tris Speaker with a 2-run home run in the 14th was kind of the big one, the big blow. And then there was another 2-run single from Honus Wagner, which proved to be the final outcome. All right, well, so the Red Sox up 2-1. And let's finish today. Oral Hershiser trying to repeat his game 1 success, but does not. Looks like he pitched well, though. 3-1, that's not bad. 3 runs in the 7th. Hershiser went the distance again, but this time those 3 runs cost him, as Joe Wood only gave up 1 on 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. go to game 5. Red Sox could finish it off right here on the road. Hugh Beatty up on the mound again. And, Jay Howell. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because the series is over. But Jay Howell is going to go home with a dead arm. But again, doesn't matter because the Red Sox win 10-6. If we go in here, Jay Howell went a third of an inning. He pitched one pitch and had a dead arm. Okay, so that's how we figured in. He didn't really. He had Brian Holton come on in relief, but the big story here, again, the Red Sox score 4 in the top of the 13th. So 6-6 going to extras, and Tris Speaker. What happened here? So, yeah. Anyway, Mickey Hatcher had a home run, but Jesse Orosco credited with the loss for giving up the 4 runs on 3 hits and 4 walks. Wow. And the Buck O'Brien with the win. And the Boston Red Sox advance. Series MVP Heine Wagner. Did I say Honus? I assumed it was Honus. It's Heine. I don't know my Heine from my Honus. But there you go. All right. And you see there that in this matchup of Red Sox and Dodgers, the Red Sox go on to play the 1906 White Sox, who were that big underdogs, but came out on top of their series with Milwaukee Braves. That'll be the second round matchup. And so we'll look forward to that. In the meantime, we go on to our next game, and we've had an abundance of Dodgers so far, and we're going to get even more. We're going to double your pleasure here as we go to our series number 9, and you'll see that we're dealing with 2 Dodgers. We're dealing with the 63 Dodgers and the 81 Dodgers. And so if you like Dodgers, this is both good and bad. It means that one of your favorite teams is going to get eliminated pretty early, first round. But you have Bert Hooton, Sandy Koufax. You can see there all the names. A lot of, I don't know, 18 years apart. I don't think there was anybody on the 63 Dodgers that was still around on the 81 Dodgers. Here we go. Game 1 goes to the 81 Dodgers. They're the underdog, but they win 1-0 on a Bert Hooton shutout. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. And the winning run was a Rick Monday homer in the 7th. All right, game 2. 63 Dodgers come back to tie it up. 2-1 win. Drysdale with the win. Valenzuela with the loss. Ron Fairley with the triple. And, yep. So, pretty good. Let's go on to game 3 after a travel day. And here we go. And the 81 Dodgers. As the home team on this one, they win. Final score of 3-2 with 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Ouch. Off of on Peranowski. Coughs up 2. Peranowski, yeah, he has the stamina. He should have been able to go 1 2/3, just not sharp, it looks like. And Landreau with a 2-run single. That's tough, because there were 2 outs, and there you go. Fun game. Let's go to game 4. Game 4, we have the 63 Dodgers tying it up. Looks like a low scoring, 1-0, scoreless all the way to the top of the 11th. When Steve Howe gives up the sacrifice fly, gave up 1 hit, and that came back to bite him a little bit. All right. 8 hits scattered for the 81 Dodgers. They couldn't pick it up. And so there we go. Game 5. Tied at 2. And the 63 Dodgers come back to win 1-0. Another low-scoring affair. A lot of pitching for both these teams. I mean, you're talking Drysdale, Koufax, Hooten. Koufax this time with 12 strikeouts and 135 pitches. Wind was blowing out to right at 8, but didn't matter. Didn't help anybody. We're going to have a travel day, and then we're going to get back to, I guess they're traveling between 81 and 63. Time traveling. Fernando and Don Drysdale. Interesting matchup. The 63 Dodgers could clinch it here, but they do not. It's a 4-2 win. Fernando went 7 1/3 for the win. Don Drysdale went the distance but gave up 4 runs. So there you go. Game 7. Again, the 63 Dodgers heavily favored. Jerry Royce goes for the 81 Dodgers. Bob Miller for the 63 Dodgers. Who you got your money on? Call it now. The 81 Dodgers with the upset. How did it come down? A 12 inning. Again, 12 innings. And they score on the top of the 12th. The 63 Dodgers, 13 hits. Wow. Okay. Jerry Royce and Steve Howe combined to scatter 13 hits. And you have the '63 Dodgers. Favored, really good pitching, but 81 Dodgers pull it out. So there you go, and that means that they will advance to play the 1917 Chicago White Sox. You see there, the 81 Dodgers. It's what happens sometimes in a 7-game series. Got just enough of the right plays to make things happen. And so they will move on. Let's see. Let's load one more game here. We have 2 more series we want to do today. I want to do 6, so we're making great time. I think we can get through it. This time we are going to go to, in our 17th matchup, we're going to go to series number 18. And if we take a look there, just down a little bit, number 18 is the 1948 Cleveland Indians and the 1980 Philadelphia Phillies. And yes, by licensing and by whatever else that Major League Baseball decrees, they show up in Out of the Park 24 as the Cleveland Guardians, but we know who they were. And it's Cleveland, regardless. Anyway, let's get that off the screen. Get that going here so you can see what's going on. And let's go. Steve Carlton for the 1980 Phillies. And Satchel Paige for Cleveland. Cleveland takes game 1, 4-1. And regardless, see, there's the C. And Satchel Paige and Steve Carlson both went the distance. You have Joe Gordon for Cleveland went 2 for 3 with home run and 2-run home run. So they get off to a good start. Let's go to game 2. Philadelphia ties it up 7-2. Some good hitting there. You had Larry Christensen with the win. Bob Lemon, kind of a lemon of a start for him. 7-2, 5 runs in the 8th. So couldn't get out of the 8th inning. And gives up 7 runs, 6 of them earned for the final. Player of the game, Larry Christensen, who not only went 9 innings, giving up 2 runs, 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, but also hit a double. And in the 3rd inning. And so it was good at the plate and good on the mound. Travel day for both teams, and then we go to Philadelphia. And Bob Feller, Nino Espinosa. And Cleveland, once again, Bob Feller on the mound, takes the win 6-4, goes extra innings, 2 runs in the top of the 11th. You see how the game works sometimes. So a lot of, insurance, they go ahead, insurance run there. So it's, it's 3-2, 4-2. They tie it up in the bottom of the 9th, but lose it in the top of the 11th. Ken Keltner with a 2-run triple in the top of the 11th. It proves to be the winning margin. Keith Moreland hit a 2-run single off of Feller in the bottom of the 9th. Feller goes 10, picks up the win. Tug McGraw with the loss. Rain delay of 32 minutes in the 11th inning. All right. Game 4. And Cleveland takes it out to a 3-1 lead as they absolutely smash Philadelphia with a 12-0 win. Who was it? Is that Greg? Gene Bearded with a 2-hit shutout. And meanwhile, Bob Walk lives up to his name. 8 walks. So yeah, and nothing much happening for Philadelphia. Pete Rose had a hit. Big McBride had a hit. Otherwise, it was all Cleveland. And now we go to Game 5. Cleveland could cash out right here. They do, winning it 4-0. Satchel Paige with the win. And scatters 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Oh, so Satchel Paige injured while pitching. Interesting. So he went 8 2/3. Let's find out what happened here. Series MVP. They just prepared mentally and physically, and then Satchel Paige went out and got hurt. So let's see what's going on here. Bottom of the 9th. Doesn't say. Interesting. This won't carry over because we're resetting the tournament after this round, but could have been a big blow for Cleveland if that had carried over. Satchel Paige, big part of that. But okay, it doesn't really matter. So let's move on. Cleveland moves on. And as we take a look at our bracket one more time, you see that Cleveland moves on. They're going to play. We just played that one. I don't remember who won. One of those teams won. Dodgers, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so we played this matchup. That'll be the second round matchup. And I'm really good at this, aren't I? All right, so let's take that off. We can go to our next. And I think our final game, final series for today is series number 42. Series number 42. Throw that back on here. And scroll on down. And it is the 93 Toronto Blue Jays and the 1934 St. Louis Cardinals. A lot of Cardinals in this tournament. But here they are again. Just like there are a lot of Dodgers. And a lot of Yankees. God, we didn't have any Yankees games today. So, all right. Let's go to this matchup. And you see we're ready to go there. Game 1, Dizzy Dean, Juan Guzman. And it is Guzman who gets the win, 5-4 over the Cardinals. All 5 runs coming in the 7th. Look at that. So each team scored all their runs in the same inning. 3-run home run from Olerud was the big blow for the Blue Jays, overcoming the grand slam. Hit by the pitcher, Dizzy Dean. Wow. Amazing. So Dizzy Dean with the grand slam, gave himself a lead, but then coughed it up. He gave up all the runs because he pitched all the pitches for St. Louis. 139 pitches. So, and we're playing by 1993 metrics here, so you'd think they would throw out a reliever, but they did not. It's a shame. Game 2. And the Blue Jays win once again. 9-5 this time. Wow. All 8 of their runs. So they're like a, when they get hot, they get hot. 8 runs in the 6th. 2-run single by White. 2-run triple by Borders. 3-run home run by Olerud. Olerud again with the 3-run homer. And he's got 7 RBIs in the series, including 4 today. So I don't know why they say roof closed 55 degrees. Did they keep it 55 degrees in the dome? That seems Harsh had some relief pitching this time, as Dizzy's brother Paul, right? They're brothers, I think. Okay. All right, travel day. Game 3. Cardinals back at home. Decided to act like it. 2-0. Winning pitcher was Tex Carlton, and he beat Al Leiter 2-0. Game 4. Toronto shuts out the Cardinals 6-0. It was Paul, right? Pat Henkin goes 8 1/3 as Woody Williams comes in for the final 2 outs. And they shut out the 1934 Cardinals, who gave it all they had, but they didn't have not much at all. All right, so they're down 3-1. Cardinals could wrap it up right here. I mean, the Blue Jays could. Cardinals could by losing, but they didn't. They won. Dizzy Dean comes back and gets the win, 5-3. Let's see. Again, he went 1 for 3 though at the plate. Dizzy Dean, 8 innings for the win. Bill Walker with the save. A scoreless 9th inning. And there you go. Let's go to a travel day. And game 6. Toronto trying to wrap it up at home. Here you go. They do 7-0. Stottlemyre. Todd, right? Todd Stottlemyre with a complete game, 113 pitches, scatters 2 hits and a walk over 9 innings, picks up the 7-0 win. Olerud 1 for 4 with 2 RBI. And I think, he was the series MVP after going hitting 273 in the series. So there you go. Toronto Blue Jays, 1993. Blue Jays are moving on. And if we go back to our bracket, you see that they will be facing the winner of the 1916 Boston Red Sox and the 2017 Houston Astros. That'll be fun. Teams that are 101 years apart playing each other in series number 43, which isn't happening today because we've just finished our last series. And there you go. We'll have an updated bracket for you next time. When is next time? Probably tomorrow. But we're not scheduling because I just cannot schedule these at the moment. I'd love to, but I can't. So there you go. We have Ripper Collins went 7 for 19. But it wasn't enough. As you see there, the line score for them. Let's go back here. Anyway, thanks for checking in on World Series Showdown. And we're getting ever closer to maybe having some video. Not that that matters. Not that it would make this any better. You just see me fumbling around as I do this, instead of just listening to me fumble around. But hope you've enjoyed this 45 minutes. We're going to bring it to a close right now. See you next time.